What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one, and today we're going to be looking at the BEGODE Master. I was able to ride one out at Shredfest. Chance Hines let me rip his around for a minute. And I let him rip around on the V12 for a minute. We just traded off wheels, and I want to talk about what I thought about the wheel. I want to give y'all a rundown of it and show y'all a little video of riding it around. The rebound on it is not working. Chance was really ripping it hard and blew out the rebound on it, and so it literally just full on springs back with no hesitation every time. So there's literally no limit to it, and so it was kind of riding in a weird way, but still it rode really good for having the rebound messed up. I really enjoyed it. I did bottom out a few times, but overall the torque is gnarly on it. It's fast, and the wheel has this unique way to it, man, where it literally, you can get sketchy sideways on it and that thing just grabs. I don't know if it's a mixture of the tire or the way that the suspension sinks down whenever you're planting in your corners, but you can go into corners fast on that wheel and it grabs, dude. It is crazy. But check it out. So this wheel has two options. You got a high range, a high power. The high range is 2400 watt hours. The high power is 1920 watt hours. Don't ask me why they did that, but that's the way it is. And they have different cells. The 50E cells are going to be more, long capacity, slow drain. The Samsung 40T 35A output, 1920 watt hours, are going to be faster drain and a lot higher power. So you got to kind of pick your poison on this wheel, guys. It's I would go with the high range on this wheel, just simply because it already has enough torque. It already has enough speed for me, so I would go with the high range on this one, just because 2400 watt hours is going to be solid for a suspension wheel, guys. That's going to be awesome. I think 1920 watt hours is a little bit low for a suspension wheel. I really do. So for instance, that one's 1700 watt hours. The InMotion V12 high torque, that's a happy medium right there. People know what they're getting with that wheel. It's a small wheel. It's a lot of range for that compact of size. But when you're getting over here to this, right, to this wheel, I really would, because with jumps and trail riding and all that stuff and going up hills and the way you're going to be riding this thing, you're going to be going hard on this wheel. So I really would suggest going for the 2400 watt version. That's just my opinion on it, and I haven't tried both. I would love to try both of them, and that's one thing that is just weird, guys. The reason I don't have a BEGODE Master is E-Wheels tried to send one over to me, but Jimmy Chang, or actually Andrew from Jimmy Chang's channel, crashed it before I was able to get it and review it. So BEGODE, if y'all want me to actually review this thing for these people, everybody wants to see this thing. Like seriously, if y'all want a solid review on this thing, send one over to me and air freight it, because then I can post all the links for all the companies and nobody's gonna get mad because one company sent it to me. So I can make an honest review straight up. If y'all air freight this thing to me, y'all have seen how much V12 content I've put out. I think that I've sold way more of those V12s than, I mean, I love the wheel. I'm literally not trying to sell people on it. They sent me the wheel, and I've had it for a while, and I literally love it. I've put 750 miles on it. I've made a lot of videos on it, and I'll do the same thing for the BEGODE Master if y'all send me one. Air freight it so I can have it for a little while. I'm not saying I gotta keep it, but I want to have it for at least like a month and a half or 2 months, just so I can ride it a good bit, get used to it, make a lot of content on it. So I will do that if y'all can air freight one or send it, because I straight up want this wheel, man. After trying it in this video you're about to see right here, it's an awesome wheel, but I just want a new one to be able to show everybody, one that's not beat up, one that I can actually show people in a good light to where people actually want to buy the thing. Because showing a beat up wheel with the suspension messed up on it and all that, that's been off-roaded very hard, is not the way to do it. So seriously, guys, it's a solid wheel. It's a great wheel. Just the ones that I've been on have been absolutely demolished, basically, because people have been hard trail riding them. because it's so much fun. It's like literally like a dirt bike. And it's fast, man. The torque on it's gnarly. And with that suspension, you can get over anything. You can seriously get over anything out there. You can change the cutoff, so you can really rail berms on this wheel, and the suspension just sinks down perfectly in those berms to where it's almost like a dirt bike. You know how a dirt bike goes around the berm, and then once it apexes it, man, you see that rooster tail come off the back of it? You can do the same thing on this wheel. It's set up almost perfect, man, in the way that you can just rail berms and ride this thing really fast off-road. I do like it a lot, guys, but I want to be able to show y'all one that's new and get it set up in my way with my power pads and the whole 9 yards, you know, because just showing y'all one that's been beat up and been trail road for 2 months is not the way to do it. So anyways, this is it right here, man. So max voltage on this thing, that's huge, dude. Is 134 volts on this wheel right here. You're seeing that? That's the highest voltage of any wheel, and it is powerful, guys. Once you get on this thing and you lean forward, it is stupid fast. The suspension system is awesome. I like the way that the sliders are set up on this wheel. That it's just actually like the core of this wheel is solid. This rubber outside and all this crap on here, it just gets torn up. But the actual core part of the wheel is a solid aluminum build, guys. It's seriously nice. I really don't have any complaints on the wheel, but just this whole outer crap on here is garbage. So the Clark, you see this whole system on this wheel that I'm riding right here? These are the Clark pads.
The noise this thing makes are weird, dude. It's the soundboard I have on, dude. You gotta turn it off or turn it on if you don't want it on.
This is the Clark like fairing, and then these are the kite pads on here on this wheel, and I really like the setup. I even told Chance once I got off, I was like, dude, you got to set up my next wheel because this thing is awesome. Like it seriously is amazing. The way you have to have the fairing. You have to have the Clark fairings. I'm not trying to say that, but like I saw one of the masters that didn't have them, and then I saw one of the masters that does, and like, dude, I would definitely get that aftermarket fairing for it because it just makes the power pads seat way better. It really does, because the original setup on this thing is just kind of bad, man. Like the pads on everything on the outside of this wheel is just kind of bad, but the actual core of the master is pretty sweet. So I don't know though. I really like both of them, the Master and the S20, but I think the S20 is just, the S20 is built better in every way. The S20 is built better in every way except for like the slider, the mechanism that slides up and down. The BEGODE really nailed that. The BEGODE nailed the sliding mechanism up and down, and then offered a 134 volt wheel. So, but honestly, like, if I was gonna pick one wheel to go with, if I was gonna pick like the BEGODE Master or the S22, if I had to pick one to go with, it kind of, after riding both of them and seeing what's up with it, I would get the BEGODE Master, and then I would put a new shock in it, is what I'd do. I'd get the BEGODE Master, I'd put a new shock in it, and then that's probably what I'd end up going with, guys. I really would, because like the S22 is good, is really, really good, but the only thing I don't like about the S22 is, like what a lot of guys said, is that slider mechanism, the way that it slides up and down. Just like there's no the actual mechanism in the Master, where it's like the front fork mechanisms on a motorcycle, but it's in the middle of the wheel, where you actually have those like full-on metal shafts sliding up and down in there that are closed off. That works so much better than the mechanism on the S22, where it's just sliding up and down, and they're like plastic on plastic. It really makes a lot more sense on the Master. Now there's some things on the Master that just don't look as refined and as high quality as the King Song S22, and that's just what you get. Like with BEGODE and King Song, there's some things that are just going to be like, you're going to look at the BEGODE and be like, why did they not make this better? One thing being is the rim. I really like the rim on the BEGODE, or I really like the rim on the Kingsong S22. I almost would prefer to have the Kingsong S22 rim on the BEGODE Master. Like, I definitely would like that if that was an option. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if there's a way to really swap them out, but that would be ideal. So like everything on the BEGODE Master is great, but I would like to have that upgraded rim that's on the S22 on the Master. So that's just one thing to note right there for sure. I don't know. They're both good wheels, man. They're both really good wheels. They're fun to ride, and I think suspension is definitely the future of hard riding electric unicycles. I don't think you need it for like daily commuting in the city, for getting to work, for just your typical like 30-mile like ride in the city and a little bit of off-roading. But I think for trail riding and racing, suspension is definitely needed. Like, it definitely is. For off-road racing on these, you definitely need suspension. And hard, fast off-road riding, it makes a huge difference. It's really nice. But anyways, you can put a $500 deposit in for your BEGODE Master below, guys, if you want to pick up this wheel. I don't have it to review yet. I literally tried to get as much footage as I could whenever I was at Shredfest of it, and you know, thanks to Chance for letting me ride it around for a minute. I really appreciate that, dude. And then I mean, if I can get one to review soon, it'll be awesome. But if y'all want to pick one up, put your $500 deposit in below, and they're going to be shipping out soon, I think. When should these things be shipping out? I think they're going to be coming out, I remember now, they're going to be coming out in July to August, guys. So late July to early August. If you put in your pre-order now, you pay $500 for the pre-order, and then you put in the $2,750 once it arrives to port, and then they ship it out. So, and then they're going to be coming out late July to early August. So, I mean, I think it's a great wheel. I really do. I think it's a solid wheel. I think there's a few things like the rear tail light. There's some things that are just afterthoughts on it that BEGODE just was like, hey, this really doesn't matter. But the overall integrity, the overall machine, the overall build, and what you're getting on the Master is pretty sick. I mean, the power, the suspension at speed, you got to pump that. I don't think anybody's gotten their suspension pumped up hard enough. I think you really need a good suspension pump. You need to actually buy like a suspension pump. The one that they send you in the box is not going to be that good. You need to get like an aftermarket suspension pump for this thing and get it up to as high as it goes, because it's a mountain bike shock, but you're standing on it with your full weight. And the thing is, people don't really think about that. It's a mountain bike shock, so it's usually used for half the weight that you're going to be applying to it, if that makes sense. So you really need to take these shocks that are made for mountain bikes and max them out. Like, especially if you're a heavy rider, you need to get these things to like 330 psi. I'm not kidding you. Like, I'm pretty sure that's, I don't own a Master, but I think you can literally get those shocks to like 350 psi, and you should get it up there around that, straight up, because it's not like a mountain bike. You're literally putting twice the amount of weight and force on it because you're on one wheel. So you got to think about that. And I think that's what's happened with a lot of these. A lot of the riders have just not put enough air in their suspension, and then you get problems. So anyways, dudes, it's been Chooch. The BEGODE Master is awesome. I really do like the S22 as well. The only thing about the two that's really different is I like the slider mechanism in the Master better. I like the overall look and build quality of the Kingsong a lot better. But at the end of the day, I would probably end up getting the BEGODE Master over the Kingsong, just because it's way more, it's so much faster, and just the way it corners, the way it behaves, it's not as bulky. Honestly, I like the Master a little bit more, just for the little bit I tried it. I put way more miles on the Kingsong S22, but the Master was pretty damn good. I really enjoyed it. So anyways, I'll see you dudes in the next one.
Not trying to go on the field. We're going to see the course. makes are weird, dude. It's the soundboard I have on, dude. So you gotta turn it off or turn it on if you don't want it on.
RS, like type 4.
It's just a 6-inch wheel, man. It's different. It's going in its own way, but it's definitely not faster or slower. I mean, a bigger wheel is going to get over terrain way easier, you know? And especially on stuff like that. Oh yeah, dude. You're turning like, my wheel must have been like 7 times the resolution to get out the valley. That thing was massive. That thing was I mean, you can easily cruise, like, you see you're putting a lot more technique into ride than this. That's sick. Oh yeah, dude, that little thing goes, buddy. Yeah. Yo, so the suspension on this feels actually good, but I see what you're saying with it bottoming out. How much of a difference is it from the time where it worked right to what it is now, like percentage-wise? How much is it?
The rebound makes a big difference. It just stops the clunking when it bounces back up.
Okay, so it's just full rebound. There's no rebound control.
Yeah, it's just full.
Okay.
That's why you feel it clump back up.
Yeah. So it's not, the suspension's not damaged. I'm not hitting the frame.
Oh, you can bottom it out, but that clinking here is my fender. That's my fender. My homemade mud guard.
Man, this thing feels so much smoother than that.
One of these, I think this one dumps out right here behind our cam.
Yeah.
It's a fun little downfall.
Just rip it, dude. Yeah, I don't want to take a bunch of battery off your wheel either because you got a race right. Woo! Yeah, man, this is stupid smooth, bro. What air pressure are you running? 50 in the tires? Yeah, dude, man, your setup feels very good, dude. And I literally just got on it. It feels great. They are awesome, dude. Wow. Dude, this thing is set up like perfect. This is awesome. Man. Had the setup dude Chance has on this. This thing is just sweet, man. It feels so good. Wow, man. Dude, I'm gonna give you my next wheel and be like, dude, just set it up.
Those pads are nice.
This feels great. Like, that feels great, bro.
With the full rebound, I've actually gotten used to it. It's nice. Like, it's noisy, but whatever.
So these pads, your Kai pads, let me see, like.
So see how you can do this? See how the wheel will instantly go forward versus you do that on this, it wants to instantly
expand out.
It instantly wants to force the wheel forward. So when you hit a bump, your shins go like that for a second, but the wheel doesn't instantly torque.
So if you look at my EXN, I'm running the slim cart pad just so whenever I take off, I can bow my legs out
outside of the pad to hang
it
further
doesn't
out.
Snag whenever I'm going and boosting.
Those, yeah, you're definitely kind of in those. But what I do, I just lean so hard and I just bend them.
But it doesn't matter because if you hit a bump, it has give.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So it doesn't instantly over torque the wheel.
That's such a good, and I never thought of that with the Kai pads of why it was designed like that.
And then there's a cup in here. This isn't flat. That goes. You can feel it. It has an arch in it like that, so it cups over the top of your foot.
That felt, dude, coming down that hill right there. Honestly, like,
So smooth. It makes out like there's nothing there.
And dude, there's no like you were ripping that honestly for a 16-inch wheel with no suspension, man. You think it's hauling ass?
She bumps. Yeah, she definitely hops and skips. But
I got 25 psi in it. Did you feel like you're bottoming at all?
Nope.
That tire feels good with that PSI.
Yeah, I definitely didn't feel like I was riding at 25. I didn't think I was riding that low of PSI.
Yeah, because there's a lot of meat on that tire, the way it's set up. And
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. No, I mean, I didn't feel like I was bottoming it out at all.
That's weird. You're shredding that thing. Just getting on it. Have you rode one before?
No, I've never tried one of those. But I figured it's a high torque, so I was just assuming it's going to be similar. I assumed it would be similar to an RS, so that's what I...
Those power pads are...
These shoes suck for this. These are my slippers.
Yeah.
But it's definitely got a punchy wheel for a low-speed trail wheel. It's sub 30 mile an hour wheel on the trails. It's perfect.
The Master, like the Master, just handles like sketchy situations on those trails, where like if you had no suspension, you started sliding sideways, for example.
Yeah.
Like.
The Master drift sideways hard on these trails.
But it catches. Like it'll grab, dude. And
kinda. No, I was drifting really bad on that thing in the turns. I like that because it's so top weighted.
But I feel like with suspension wheel, once you're moving though.
But like, you do have more contact time tire to the ground.
Exactly.
So yeah, it makes a huge difference there.
I feel like once you're skidding sideways on one of those, like oh shit. With this, it's like I feel like once I'm skidding, it's like a natural thing. It happens so much I can recover it.
We can go run that line again. That was fun.
Let's do the little inside line trail. You know
this one?
And then the mushroom garden trail. Wanna rip that?
Yeah, that's. But yeah, because this is gonna be part of the race. So yeah, let's hit the little trail right there.
That's a big ass bolt.
That's an old bolt.
Dude, this is awesome. This fucking wheel is everything, bro. This is sick. This is awesome. Ooh, that can definitely be done on this wheel. Whew. Man, that thing shreds, dude.
Yeah, it's a fun wheel, huh?
Yeah, dude. You want to trade and you send that one back to E-wheels and then... No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't even get them from E-wheels. I got that from...
You just bought this one, right?
Yeah. Right.
That's what's up, man. Like, I honestly don't get... People think I get wheels a lot, dude. I bought my Sherman. I bought most of my own wheels.
Every wheel I've got, I've bought. The only thing I've gotten is...